All right, so this is an update for the cote.homeless project I'm working on. We had a meeting on Wednesday. 3 people came, and it's moving a little slow, and that's because it's a few reasons. Homeless people, they is that true? Should I say that? Are accustomed to things that are free and gifts. If you come, then you get this. And I have no dangling carrots. What I am saying is, we homeless people need to come together, sit down and organize into clusters, and go out into the world and rent and buy property together so that we are no longer homeless. And that's not appealing to most homeless people because finances is an issue. Many people decide to be homeless so that they can keep their finances and do what they want to do with it. And, that's your choice. But now that this bill has passed and is already, being enforced, from what I'm understanding, 4:30, the police come and wake the people up and tell them they need to get up and scoot along. You can't just be laying around on the sidewalk, cold chilling like you in your living room. And I hate that it had to come to putting together a bill, but I don't think they're wrong. I think some kind of way, even in a situation like mine where it's my family and used to be close friends that are violating me, those are the people that I would depend on in a normal situation for housing. If something happened and I fell on hard times, generally speaking, I would call a sister and say, hey, me and the kids, we need to come bunk up with you for a couple of months until I can figure it out or restructure, whatever. But these are the very people that were poisoning me and stealing my mail, rerouting my mail, signing, forging my name and lying to people saying I was dead, presenting fraudulent documents to take my things. They don't want me to have a place to stay. They don't want me to be stable. My mother left 6 pieces of property and said share equally. So when I was at 2212 East Mallory, I could have stayed there in a little wooden shack. I loved that place. It had a tall 5-foot fence. I envisioned getting me some chickens and putting me a bait bed and selling bait and chicken eggs, and we were going to move from there. My gift to society is mostly information, and they don't really respect that. If you don't have a hard product that you're selling, or then they feel like you're not working. And I have been working the whole time, healing people the whole time, encouraging people the whole time, including them. And now it's been 2 years that I haven't been around them. I'm sure they noticed the difference. I don't pray for them anymore. I'm sure they noticed the difference. But people who are homeless, many of them are estranged from their families and they don't have that support. And when you don't have a place to store your items, it's really hard to go to work. It's really hard. And I keep saying to my girls as we're sitting down at the church, service waiting to be fed, or at the church pantry, I said, it's an act of God only that pulls you up out of these circumstances right here. Because most people feel like if you get homeless, yeah, you got to have some mental health issues. If you dumb enough to let somebody steal your identity, you got to have some mental health issues. But when you've got 20 to 50 people coming together to hold you back And on top of that, they're poisoning your food, poisoning your water. And on top of that, they're letting the air out of the tire of your car so you can have an accident, punching holes in the tubes on your car so that it runs hot. And I'm talking about me personally. These are the things that have happened to me personally. Stealing your car key off the table so that you don't have access to the car because they know you don't have $300 to replace a key with a chip inside of it. It's difficult. And the more information that I learn about what these people have been doing for such a long time to ensure I don't get up on my feet and get away from them, it's beyond despicable, beyond disgusting. But all the times I thought I had friends, I had no friends. All the time I thought I had supportive family, I had no supportive family. These people have been working against me for decades, and there's a lot of people that are homeless that are going through the same things. They are chosen ones. They have gifts and abilities that are envied, that are, envied is not the word I want to use there. Come on, God. What's the word I want to use there? Desired by others. And now in this age of Aquarian, I didn't know this was going to come with it, but everybody wants to dabble in sorcery. And so behind the scenes, they're all sorcerers and trying to do witchcraft against people so that they can bend other people's wills, shield people from the truth, scramble their brains so that they can't go and do the things they need to do to seek justice. And this is happening to a lot of people. The other thing that has cropped up is this insurance scamming, putting insurance policies on family members and then having them knocked off. Now, this has been happening for years. It's become very prevalent now. I'm not sure why. Maybe COVID really took a lot of people by storm, and they had to find out other ways to make quick, big money. And I'm just so sad. I'm just so sad by what is happening. My children used to have cousins and stuff that, get together on the weekend and hang out and stuff. But ain't no sense in hanging out with the enemy. Somebody that's gonna, be trying to kill you in another 3-5 years because, they're taking the patterns of their parents on, and you are food and fodder for them. So the family structure is changing for us, is changed for us. And I have to teach my children psychological warfare, teach them how to identify when people are gaslighting you, when they are trying their little narc techniques, and most importantly, how to try the spirit by the spirit, because that's the ultimate test to help you to determine whether you're in good company or deceitful, evil company. And many things have changed. People don't spend the night, the kids don't go over and spend the night like they used to anymore. You got cousins and, aunties and uncles that have cameras in the house and in the bathrooms, human trafficking, anybody that come into the property, and then, selling subscriptions on the dark web so that they can make money, because the word of God said in the end times, men will become lovers of themselves. So it makes me think we're there, because that's what's going on. They don't want to work, and they don't mind taking your shit and making you work harder to make ends meet. And that's what's happening now. So back to the program. I need about 50 large trash cans, similar to the ones you roll out to the road to, dispose of your trash and your recycle. If you're not using your recycle bin, I would like for you to donate it to a homeless person. We need about 50 receptacles so that the homeless people can put their belongings in that one can. The plan is to drill holes into that can and then lock it. And then we're going to have stations set up so that one person can guard everybody else's stuff, and then people can start going on job interviews and going to the doctor and getting their health together. Because right now, most people are sitting around babysitting their personal items, trying to figure out how to get to the next step. Sitting around trying to guard everything that they have left in life, hoping and praying somebody roll up and give them a plate of food and a bottle of water. So in order to get to step 2, we have to organize and creating storage, safe storage, and transportation is the next thing. So we need you all to buy monthly bus passes, day passes. You can buy them from Amscot. Most of the people that are homeless are disabled, so you can purchase the disabled monthly bus pass for $35. Daily bus pass for disabled people is $2, and donate them, and that will help us give people access. The other thing we're going to be needing is annual gym passes. Now let me tell you how the gym thing works. Yes, it's $10 to join the gym, but they soon hit you with an annual fee. For Planet Fitness is $50, and that's where people usually lose it. They don't have the $50. They can get up to $10 every month to pay it, but they don't have the $50 to pay the annual fee. And so now your membership is in jeopardy, and you know how it is once you start falling behind. There's what we call late fees and service fees and that kind of stuff. And then it's the beginning of the end. So we want to go ahead and pay it for the year. And you don't have to pay the whole year. You can pay, 2 months. And we will compile that money until we get the whole year. And we're going to go ahead and pay it for the whole year for the person so that they can go bathe regularly. That will help to increase mental health. They can go exercise, even if it's just walking on the treadmill or sitting in the chair at the gym, lifting up your knees and just working your mind. You might just want to go sit there and watch other people work out for a little while until you can build up the courage or build up whatever it takes for you to get started. We want to give people access, is what I'm saying. So those are the basics. A receptacle to put their personal belongings in. Working on a building. So I've made several calls. Many of you real estate moguls, or many of you all listening, real estate moguls. See if some of them will donate a building for the year for us to use to mobilize and sleep in so that we can organize. Okay? So that's a building for shelter. Trash receptacles, they can be purchased at Home Depot, Lowe's. The ones that are given out by the city are much better. They're sturdier. The wheels are better, in my opinion. But if we have to resort to buying them from Home Depot and or Lowe's, a hardware store, or offline, that is fine. Looking to get the 50-gallon ones, at least a 50-gallon one, so that they have plenty of space to put their belongings. So that's building, shelter, receptacles for storing personal belongings, annual membership to the gym. Doesn't have to be Planet Fitness. There may be other gyms that have other things. And we need a couple of phones so that people can make phone calls. So we need somebody to donate a couple of phones and pay the monthly bill so that when I go down and talk to people, if they need to call their insurance company, because a lot of insurance companies give you annual memberships with the insurance, and we need to be able to make phone calls so that they can sign up for silver sneakers is what it's called. And everybody doesn't have that, but for those that have access to that, we want to help them with that. And many of them qualify for the Sunshine Line so that they can get the Flamingo card, and I think they give them a free monthly pass if they qualify with having appointments at the doctor, going to pick up the grocery and stuff. So what is that that's going on? So I'm pretty good at organizing. Well, what kind of... Oh, that's her iPad. I'm gonna have to just let it go off for now. So I don't have access to any money. I have been trying to get a job and I'm blocked right now. So I'm gonna continue to try. In the meantime, I'm using my time to organize and to share information as God gives it to me to share. So that's pretty much that. It seems like I missed one thing. No, that's everything. That's the basics. So peace.